Sana man lang maintindihan nila yon. Hindi naman po kailangan abogado para makaintindi nun. May legal staff naman sila. At siguro naman marunong silang bumasa, kahit konti, di ba? Basahin naman nila yung mga desisyon ng Korte Suprema. Again, baka hindi pa rin nila narinig, your job is to legislate. After marinig yung makakuha kayo ng impormasyon relevant to any proposed legislation, kung meron man, gagawa kayo ng batas. Yun po ang trabaho ninyo. Leave the prosecution to the DOJ. And kung may public official na involved, sa ombudsman. So yun po. So it is not their job to be convinced or not. Baka nakakalimutan nila yon. Kaya nga natatawa kami sa sinasabi nila. We are not after her. We are after yung mga big fish. Gusto ko lang sabihin nakakahiya lang. No, you cannot be after anyone because it's not your job to go after anyone. Your job is to make laws. So, dapat ma-appreciate nila yun para hindi ganito. Sobra na ang violation ng rights ng mga resource persons. Hindi na po tama. Violate siya ng House. Unang-una, nung unang session, kailan ba yun? Yung unang lumabas si Ms. Cassie Leong, noong ayaw nila akong palapitin sa aking kliyente just because they cannot get the answers that they want. Sabi po nila, ako daw ang sumasagot, tinuturuan ko daw yung kliyente ko. Siyempre, yun ang role ng counsel. Tingnan po nila yung sarili nilang rules. The counsel should advise the client. Baka sinasabi nila, ini-invoke daw yung right to remain silent upon my advice. Siyempre, abogado ako, ina-advise ko siya. The right to be silent is in the Constitution. Yun po ang hindi na-address. Noong diniscuss nila, kasi dalawa po in-invoke namin, the right against self-incrimination and the right to remain silent. Yung right against self-incrimination, tama po naman si Congresswoman Luistro. You invoke that whenever a self-incriminatory question is asked. Tama siya. I agree with her. Magaling naman si Congressman Luistro, lalo na pag may binabasa. Magaling siya. Anyway, yung right to remain silent, absolute po yun. Hindi mo pwedeng pwersahin, takutin, ibuli, ibambusin, lokohin ang isang tao na magsalita regarding the commission of a crime. Ngayon, inuulit ko, we concede if you refuse to testify in a legislative inquiry, pwede kang ikulong. Sinasabi na nga po namin, ikulong nyo na because we are invoking our right to remain silent. Absolute po yun. Ayoko magsalita, ikulong mo ako, ganun talaga. Pareho yun ng ang karapatan ng isang tao sa mga mamamayan, meron ding power ang legislature. Hindi po tayo magtatalo doon. Ngunit for you to isolate the counsel against your own rules, bago, para matakot yung witness, magsalita, sabihin yung gusto mong sabihin, foul po yun. Number 2, yung last hearing ko, wala ako kasi nasa Davao po ako. Dumalaw ako sa compound ng Kingdom in preparation for the Senate hearing na naganap kahapon yata. So I was there Wednesday and Thursday. Nagsalita si Congressman Fernandez na kung ano-ano, na very unseemly for a public official. Kaya yung wag daw sundin yung abogado niya, kasi gusto lang magtagal yung kaso para makuha lahat ng pera niya. Tama ba yun? Kayong magtanong sa sarili nyo. Tama ba yun for any person, especially a public official, para gawin mo yun? By that alone, you are undermining the right to counsel because you are trying to destroy the bond, the sacred bond between lawyer and client. Binibigyan mo ng duda just because sumusunod yung tao sa advice of counsel na yung waiver na pinangako namin ay binawi namin. I-explain ko kung bakit namin binawi yung waiver. Kasi po, nung sinabi namin mag-execute kami ng waiver, the next day, ang Department of Justice ay nag-file ng 84 cases of money laundering against Ms. Cassandra Leong, among others. Ano pong pruweba ba pag money laundering? Hindi ba yung movement ng funds sa bangko? Di ba may right against self-incrimination? So by executing disputing that waiver, you are now violating our right against self-incrimination. Parang ibinigay na namin lahat ng ebidensya ng gobyerno. Oh, ano nangyari sa presumption of innocence? Anong nangyari sa due process? Kaya binawi po namin nang gagalaiti sila, hindi nila maunawaan. Kaya in-advise na namin. Bago sasabihin pa nila, wrong advice. Hindi po tama yun eh. Kung talagang naniniwala si Congressman Dan Fernandez sa sinasabi niya, I challenge him. Huwag doon mo sa loob ng committee hearing sabihin where you are protected by the cloak of parliamentary privilege. Di kita pwedeng galawin doon. Punta tayo sa labas. Dan, doon mo ulitin para wala kang parliamentary privilege. Or better still, magkita tayo sa neutral territory, ulitin mo sa harap ko. Tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari. Yun lang. Kasi titirahin mo ako, sisiraan mo ako, at nakatago ka. Meron kang bulletproof ng parliamentary privilege mo. Anong klaseng usapan yan? Di ba? Kung lalaki sa lalaki, tingin mo na ganun nga ako, sabihin mo sa labas. And then, regarding sa post na sinasabi nila na offend daw sila, karapatan ko pong mag-post sa social media. Ngayon, may remedy naman ang ating batas. If you think I violated the libel and cyber libel laws, itibanda nila ako. If they think na yon ay violation ng Code of Professional Responsibility, pa-disbar nila ako. Karapatan nila yan. Kung tingin nila ay na-defame sila, wala namang criminal liability, pero nagkaroon sila ng danyos, there is such a case as civil libel, a civil suit for damages due to defamation. Marami po silang remedyo. But do not tell me that I should not post this. You are warning me na contempt the committee. You cannot commit a contempt of the committee outside of the committee. And for the record, I do not have contempt for the committee. I respect the House of Representatives. There are people there who are distinguished, decent, and dignified, katulad yung dating Pangulong GMA, si Trixie Cardema, Bebot Alvarez, marami tayong kaibigan, El Rey Villafuerte, mga kaibigan natin yan. I may have contempt for some members of the committee, but not the committee itself. So for the record, maliwanag yan. And I have contempt for some members of the committee because their acts are contemptuous. So, liwanagin ko po yan at sana marinig nila yung challenge na yun. Huwag magtago dyan sa parliamentary privilege. At any rate, we are seriously contemplating an ethics complaint. Tignan natin, let this be a litmus test of the impartiality and the self-policing character of the House. Kasi sila rin yan eh. Si Congressman Espares ang chairman ng Ethics Committee. Tingnan natin na kung gaano kabilis silang mag-sanction kay Congressman Tevez na wala pa namang finding of guilt. Ano pa lang, accusation pa lang, in-expel na nila as contradistinguished from Franz Castro na convicted na, ayaw pa nilang gawa ng aksyon, tingnan natin, testing lang natin. Pag dinismiss nila yan, well, siyempre, expected na natin yon, old boys club. Pero we still have to do it out of principle because I think Chairman Fernandez was way out of line there. Wala namang ganunan, bastusa na po yun. And we will not stand for it. Magalit na sila o hindi, ganun po talaga. Alam nyo, they failed to realize na napakarami, pang-11 ko na pong hearing to sa legislature. At wala pong gumawa sa atin yan. And yung mga hearings naman yan usually wala naman po nangyayari. Ipusahan na natin sa Euro Generals, di ba, acquitted lahat. Fertilizer funds scam, andun ako. Acquitted yung kliyente ko, si Jaime Paule. Si GMA and DNCTE, inimbestigahan ng legislature, acquitted si GMA. Chopper case, inimbestigahan ng Senado, acquitted si FG. Hindi po kasi hukuman. They should stick to legislative work. Sana magkaroon ng legislation to sa dami ng ginugol nilang funds dito. Yung bayad lang nila sa Jollibee, napakarami ng in-order na Jollibee, napurga ako ng Chicken Joy Sana naman lumabas na legislation dito kasi I do not see what legislation is gonna come out dun sa mga tanong nila sa aking kliyente. Boyfriend mo ba si Wesley Go? Anong legislation doon? Diba? Panay ka pa cute, sabi ni Adjong. Anong legislation? Pagpapawal nilang cute? Hindi ko talaga maintindihan Anyway, ang nangyari po kay Miss Cassie Leong ay nasa ospital po ngayon. And she is having mental health issues. At sino ba namang hindi magkakaroon ng mental health issues? Kung gano'n ang trato sa'yo, 2 beses na. Na kung tratuhin ka para kang busabos doon, notwithstanding the constitutional injunction that resource persons' rights should be respected. Yung sinabi ng court sa Neri, in the Neri case, na dapat hindi binabastos ang resource person, which is part of the law of the land, at ang mismong rules ng House that resource persons should be treated with dignity and respect. Nga binabaliwala na sinong hindi magkakaroon ng mental health problems. 23 years old na babae, orphan, gaganunin mo, aarestuhin mo without charges na napaliwanag ko na. I must remind our good legislators na yung kabubuli ninyo sa mga resource persons ay nagkaroon na ng isang suicide. Si General Angie Reyes, natatandaan niyo yun. Di ba nagpakamatay? Yun, general pa yun, Dumaan pa yun sa trainer ng PNA, battle-hardened. Lalaki, matibay, nagpakamatay sa kabubuli nyo. Ito pa kayang isang batang ito na hindi magkaroon ng mental health problems. Hindi naman sanay. Sabi nga niya, anyway, si Attorney Raf, ang laging nandoon kay Miss Cassandra Leong, ewan ko ba kung bakit siya lagi nagvo-volunteer dumalaw, at pag pupunta sa ospital ito, parang ayaw nang umuwi. Hindi kasi concerned siya doon sa kliyente at medyo nag-breakdown. Anyway, I now turn over the microphone to Attorney Andrada, our young and handsome associate, kung anong mental condition na ni Miss Cassandra Leong. Raf?
Hi, good morning everyone. So, at the moment, si Miss Cassie Leong, it's actually been going on for a while now, ever since she was brought back and brought into custody. She's been having many mental breakdowns, and probably at this moment where she was confined already, as you can remember from the last hearing, she suffered very low blood pressure and blood sugar levels, dangerously low, might I add. In fact, their medical equipment could not even read the levels properly. That's how dangerously low it was. So at that moment, that must have been the physical or psychosomatic manifestation of her mental health problems. Because you have to put it into perspective. You're just this young girl. You're just living your own life, and all of a sudden you're brought back, and you're subjected to all these legislative inquiries, which are even accusatory in nature already, right? So who wouldn't have a mental breakdown at that moment? And it's hard to say exactly what exact disorder it might have caused or what exact damage it might have caused. Kasi syempre you would still need a professional psychiatric or psychological evaluation for that. But what we can say for certain is that the entire experience has certainly been traumatic, diba? So because of this trauma, she's been experiencing several breakdowns lately. In fact, when I visited her last night and gave her the latest update on the status of her cases, she had another breakdown, and I am informed that this morning she received some more documents in relation to the proceedings, which for confidentiality I will not disclose what documents exactly. But I was informed she once again had another breakdown. So at the very least, we can say that it was extremely and is extremely traumatic for Ms. Cassandra Leong. And this trauma is quite obviously manifesting itself physically, as she was already confined because of the condition.
May additional na sa
In closing na lang po, bago tayo mag-Q&A, may apila lang po ako dito sa Senado kung saan siya po ay pinapasipot bukas, sa Makalawan, sorry. May apila nga po siya, this comes from her. Siguro naman maririnig to ni Senator Antiveros kasi women, gender equality, chuchu yung kanyang kwan, di ba? Yung committee niya. Oo. Ang apila po ay hindi na po kaya ni Miss Cassandra Leong. Kung gusto niyong ikulong, kulong niya na po. Sabi niya, kahit sa Women's Correctional, tatanggapin ko na, wag lang akong pahiyain ninyo sa harap ng milyon-milyong mga tao. She does not want to testify. Sana po. Yan naman TRICOM, di ba? Nandyan si Coco Pimentel, human rights advocate. Nandyan si Rafi Tulfo, advocate din ng karapatan ng mamamayan at gender equality. Sana naman makita nila yung plight ni Miss Cassie Leong. Pakulong nyo na po. Kung kakasuhan, kasuhan na po natin. Pero wag na po sana itong dramang ito. Kawawa po yung bata. Kawawa po. Yan ang apila. Whether you take that appeal or not is up to you. Nasa inyo ang kapangyarihan. Nasa sa inyo na po. But we are appealing to your better nature na do not subject her to any more of these indignities. May power naman kayo. Kung tingin nyo uncooperative witness, wala pong merit yung aming invocations of the right to remain silent and the right against self-incrimination. Willing na po siya. Siya po, hindi ko na po advise ito ha. Kasi ang abogado po ay nakaka-advise lang sa legal, hindi sa emotional, hindi sa mental, hindi sa moral, hanggang legal lang kami. Yun po, so far sa nakukuha ko kay Miss Cassie Leong, ang kanyang pakiramdam sa ngayon, huwag niyo na po ako ipahiya, hindi ko na kaya. Nung lumalaki po ako, never pong may nagtaas ng boses sa akin. Nakita niyo naman yung temperament ng tao. Hindi naman mayabang, hindi naman hostile. We are just trying to protect her rights. Nasa inyo na po. But I hope you do take this appeal to heart. Maraming salamat po. We are now ready to take your questions.
Q&A tayo. Bago tayo mag-umpisa, pakilala muna tapos yung outfit. Okay, start tayo.
Mako naman tayo kay Alice Go. Ano po sa tingin po ninyo yung magiging takbo po ng mga susunod na hearing ng Senado at ng Congress? Ngayon na-capture na po siya.
I will have to decline to comment out of respect to a colleague in the profession, si Attorney Stephen David. I do not want to second guess him. Ang akin lang, in relation lang kay Cassandra Leong, siguro they will try to have them confront each other, katulad ng ginawa kay Ronaldin Paterna, na sinabi, kilala mo ba siya? O ikaw, kilala mo ba ito? Ganon. Tinatagpi-tagpi nila. Yun nga ang mismong puntos ko sa self-incrimination and the right to remain silent. Hindi na po nag-a-act in ferreting out these facts, pagkakakilala ba kayo, etc., etc. These are proper subjects of criminal proceedings, hindi na ng legislative inquiry. Ang legislative inquiry, kukuha ka lang ng facts para makagawa ka ng legislation. Kung magkakilala pa silang dalawa, may bearing ba sa legislation na ginagawa? Kung sila ba ay kasama sa isang korporasyon, may bearing ba sa legislation na ginagawa? Marami rin po tayong batas tungkol sa human trafficking, illegal gambling, etc. Ano bang idadagdag nila kung magkakilala o jowa bells ni Cassandra, si Wesley Go? Ano bang koneksyon noon sa legislation? Yun ang hindi ko maintindihan eh. Nakakalimutan po siguro ng ilang nating mga legislators na hindi po sila investigador. Sinabi na nga ng Supreme Court, hindi kayo investigador. You are not here to determine the guilt or innocence of anybody or their liability for any crime. You're here to legislate. So dapat yung tanong mo, tungkol sa legislation, ano bang pending legislation? Pinaviolate na nga nila yung sinabi ng Supreme Court sa Ermita versus Senate Blue Ribbon, na sinabi, kung ikaw ay mag-invite ng resource person, ilakip mo yung proposed legislation para alam niya kung ano yung isasagot niya regarding that legislation, at para wag lumabas doon yung tanungan. May kahihinatnan pang legislation ito. Parang yung kay Rizon Tiveros ng human trafficking. Pilit niya pinapupunta si Pastor. Ang sabi namin, during that time na nag-hearing si Risa, sabi namin, less than a year ago, inamend niyo yung law on human trafficking. Di ba? Inamend nila. Ano pa, may nakalimutan pa kayo? Less than a year after, i-amend nyo naman. May legislation ba dito? Kayong sumagot sa akin, natapos yung hearing tungkol kay Pastor Kibuloy, may legislation bang lumabas? Wala. When you do that, you're just wasting taxpayers' money. Stick to the legislation. Ito ang gusto namin gawing legislation. Article 1, Article 2, Article 3, Section 1, Section 2. Ito bang Section 2 na to? Okay to. Duha tayo ng facts kung tama ito doon sa mga resource person. Ito yung ano bang kinalaman mo rito, may underground ba to? Meron ba tong firing range? May batas na tayo against firing range. Hindi ko talaga maintindihan, ano? Kung bakit ang labo parang roving commission ang nangyayari Kahit na ano na lang maisipan. Kengkoy Thank you.
Sir, Cathy Cruz po sa tuklasinnatin.com and this Excel every Sunday. Sabi mo yung kanina may mga violation at may mga Supreme Court rulings na na-violate nila. Sa ganyan pong mga issues, attorney, is it possible ba na, di ba dapat kung may kasalanan, dapat patawan ng kaparusahan? Lagi nating katwiran dahil sila ay mga mambabatas, kaya kumbaga hindi sila mapatawan ng kaparusahan. Anong gagawin ng taong bayan kung parang nababaliwala? Even yung issue sa KOJC, nababaliwala na ang batas. Saan pa tatakbo ang taong bayan?
Yun din ang tanong ni Mayor Baste, di ba? May kasabihan doon sa ancient Rome noon, yung Praetorian Guards. Sila daw ang guardians ng Republic. Pero may nagtanong, who shall guard the guards? Sino magbabantay sa bantay? Kung yung pulis na nagpa-violate, saan ka tatakbo, di ba? Katulad no, di ba tinanong din yun na nabugbog si Montulfo. Kung si Montulfo nabugbog, kanino ka magsusumbong? Yun nangyari na yan Etong sa Congress, talagang may principle. A member of Congress cannot be held to account for anything done during the session except in that chamber and either Senate or House. So, hindi mo pwedeng demanda ng libel. Pwede ka lang mag-demanda ethics complaint, sila rin magre-resolve noon. Kanya, minsan siguro, iniisip nitong mga members ng House na sila ay above the law. Huwag naman po, kasi ang karakter po ng isang tao ay nakikita, hindi kung ikaw ay walang power. Nakikita ang karakter mo kung marami kang power, kung paano mo gamitin yung poder. Doon ko nakikita ang karakter, kung abusado kayo o may karakter kayo to restrain your use of your official prerogatives. Salamat po.
May Clarice, pakibigay nga may...
Hello po, Sai po from News 5. Attorney, ask ko lang po, sabi kasi hindi ko binsigo ang Quadcom shares na hindi dummy si Cassandra Ong. Given the huge amount of money she handled out, your thoughts on this, sir?
Uulitin ko, it is not for them to be convinced of anything. Their job is to legislate. Legislate, gumawa ng batas. Hindi mag-pronounce ng guilt or innocence. Okay. Kung hindi sila kumbinsido na hindi dami si Cassandra Leong, gagawa sila ng committee report, di ba? Papa-approve nila sa committee, di ba? Okay. Magpadalhan nila ang DOJ at Ombudsman ng recommendation. Nasa poder naman nila yun, nasa prerogative naman nila yun. Let a copy of this committee report be transmitted to the Department of Justice for the initiation and filing of appropriate charges based on our findings. Doon papasok na naman yung right against self-incrimination, because you must remember, any information elicited during the hearings is under oath. It will be used and can be used against the person making the pronouncement. Kaya nga may right against self-incrimination. Sana man lang maintindihan nila yon. Hindi naman po kailangan abogado para makaintindi doon. May legal staff naman sila. At siguro naman marunong silang bumasa, kahit konti, di ba? Basahin naman nila yung mga desisyon ng Korte Suprema. Again, baka hindi pa rin nila naririnig, your job is to legislate. After marinig yung makakuha kayo ng impormasyon relevant to any proposed legislation, kung meron man, gagawa kayo ng batas. Yun po ang trabaho ninyo. Leave the prosecution to the DOJ and kung may public official na involved, sa Ombudsman. So yun po. So it is not their job to be convinced or not. Baka nakakalimutan nila yon. Kaya natatawa kami sa sinasabi nila. We are not after her. We are after yung mga big fish. Gusto ko lang sabihin nakakahiya lang. No, you cannot be after anyone because it's not your job to go after anyone. Your job is to make laws. So, dapat ma-appreciate nila yun para hindi ganito. Sobra na ang violation ng rights ng mga resource persons. Hindi na po tama.